have you even been in a gym with a world champion? I have. It's scary because you're looking at him going, oh, this guy is actually serious. Like that was the moment. Like early on with Mark, this was towards the back end of him and Billy Joe.
Wow.
So I got to see a lot of Billy Joe preparing for Canelo Alvarez.
The Champ and Contender Podcast.
Hello and welcome to the Champ and Contender Podcast. My name is Joseph J. Jones.
My name is Fabian Collymore.
I'm a singer-songwriter.
And I'm an ex-athlete for Great Britain.
And we interview the champs and contenders of this world from all walks of life, whether you be a musician, whether you be an athlete, whether you be an actor, whether you be a boxer. And we've got a true contender sitting in front of us today. He's a super welterweight and he goes by the name Finley The Captain James. How you doing, man? You all right?
Yeah, all good, lads.
Good to
Happy
see
to
you.
be here and have a little podcast debut.
Yes, mate. Is this your first one?
This is my first one. Done loads of interviews and like radio things and things like that, but it's first podcast.
Nice.
Wow.
Well, welcome to the
and
pub,
I'm happy
man.
to break into the world.
Yes,
Happy.
exactly. We were talking a little bit off air about the machine of boxing and how you have to do all the promotional side of things and stuff. So yeah, that's. I'm glad we popped your podcast cherry. Listen, Finley, for those who don't know you, tell us who you are and what you do.
I'm a 7-0 contender prospect, just trying to make a name for myself and just trying to build a bit of a community and my own machine to fund me and generations of my family. And yeah, we're giving it a good go. It's only in the early stages at the minute, so we've still got a while of it cracking on, but we're getting there. And I'll be back out in September, so that'll be our next step in the journey of it all.
Wicked. We had Sonny Hardy on, didn't we? And we've been following Sonny. Like, fortunately and unfortunately, my daughter was born, so unfortunately I couldn't go to Sonny's fight. But you went to Sonny's fight,
Yep.
and you mentioned Finley, and you said, "Man, there's this vicious, lanky guy, southpaw, like literally can throw a punch, man." And we kept tabs on you, and also we had Mark in. Mark's a friend of the podcast now. I was like, right, well, we got to make this happen then. So for those who don't know your style of fighting, mine was just a really cheap rundown there. Tell us your style of fighting.
I'd say I'm pretty technical and awkward. I think awkward's usually the word. Like, you know, I never call myself awkward because I don't know if that's actually a nice compliment or a proper compliment. Like, you know, you get out of a spar sometimes and some people are very funny in boxing. It is funny because you got to try and be pals with the people that you're sparring and the people you're working with because you want to keep working together. But it's also like the most competitive place in the world because I don't really want to get beat up on a Wednesday morning. He don't really want to get beat up on a Wednesday. So you are trying, you're trying, but you're being respectful within the boundaries of it. And you'll have a good day and you'll get the better of someone and they'll come out and go, "Oh, you're really awkward."
Yeah.
And I go, "Is that nice for me?" I'm like, is that kind of is that what you want? But I guess it works.
It's a style,
and I
though.
guess it is a style, and that's
Yeah.
like in boxing when someone says, "Oh, they're awkward," they can't work you out.
Yeah, Joe Calzaghe was awkward.
You're doing
man.
something good. That's
Yeah.
what I mean. So it's a weird. In any other walk of life, if you met a geezer in the pub and you went, "Oh, yeah, I know that fella, he's awkward," that's like a horrible comment, isn't it? But in a
Yeah.
boxing world, you're like, "Oh, that's actually."
It's a compliment.
As a
I would say.
compliment,
Yeah,
I'll take that. So yeah, I'd say probably technical, a bit awkward, and yeah, I'll say I'm quite enjoyable to watch.
Yeah.
I think if you like boxing, you'll probably sit back and you'll see some of the things I do, and you go, "Oh, you know what? He's trying to put things together, and I'm not the biggest hitter in the world. Like I'm still yet to give someone a count or anything like that. Like I've got a few stoppers as an amateur, but they come or go because the skill levels are bouncing up and down, so you don't really hold any weight to me anyway. So obviously you're knocking out tough journeymen and like good pros, then there's a respect factor that probably follows with that. So yeah, I'm still waiting for that, but I think once that comes, I'll really round out a little bit.
Yeah.
You know,
What do you think it's going to take for you to get that power?
I think just time
Yeah.
and just like I've always been like in the maturity, like going through like schoolboys and junior and like, youth levels. Like I was never the leader in the pack, maturity wise, but like I was smart. So I was a bit like a cat. I could just get through. I could like the kids was bigger and stronger and tougher, but I had good experience young and I was slippery and I knew how to manoeuvre my way around and I had good wins as an amateur over like guys now that are big like good fighters and are like doing well in their world, like, and that's probably what like you say about Sonny. Like I've known Sonny since I was maybe like 12. Like, you're all in the scene. You're all in the same scene. George Liddard. I boxed with George when I was just 11 years old and went to Billericay. I was there with him for years.
Yeah.
Where it was like a time there where like me, him, and a couple other lads was like good in the club. Like we would get far in the competition. So like they'd like 2 competitions. Only me and George and the whole club went to the final. Like we were there on the finals weekend, so like you go away with their family, you're in like the accommodation together, and you know what I mean. So you go close to them people, and it is really good to see. Like George has got a British title shot.
Yeah.
Like that is cool. Like like he's fighting Kieran Conway for a British title. How long's Kieran Conway been a pro?
Yeah.
He was probably a pro when I was watching George fight for a youth ABA title. And like then you knew he was all right. Like he looked good, so you were like, okay, he's gonna be a good fighter, and he's quickly just zoom.
Yeah.
So it is cool to like go, whoa, like you take it in as a perspective. Like it's nice to see the lads from Essex and local that I've grew up with doing well. Like
Oh god, yeah. Well, especially around this way.
Yeah.
Freddie Pullen. You had Freddie Pullen on?
Yeah, we had Freddie on.
Yeah. He's doing really well.
Yeah.
Mate, Freddie, we always talk about Freddie. Freddie's got like a career in boxing if he never wants to box again. Like, he is just an entertainer, that kid. Like, you can't stop watching him, you know what I mean?
He's that machine
we're
talking about.
Yeah.
He's made
They're
his
shooting
own
content.
machine.
They just shoot their character. Me and Fred, we worked in a box fit together.
Yeah. Okay.
Like when we was like, God, I don't know how old I must have been. 17, 18. Like, that was like our Saturday job. And then we worked there a few days in the week, and that was how we worked in it. And we had great laughs. Like, and I boxed with him out of West Ham, and that great character.
Oh, wicked. Is there a, like, I'm talking, I always talk from a musician's head here, you know, a headliner, you can open up for him, so to speak. Is there a way, say you say these names, like you got Liddard, like he's got his shot and things like that, if you continue to do well, could it be like, mate, like, remember me, can we get on the card, so to speak? Or
yeah, I think that just takes care of yourself. Like, if, like our boxing are the same cards as Sonny, and we've never said it to each other, but you must both think, like, oh, this is actually pretty cool. Like, we boxed on the same cards when we was like 13.
Okay.
Like in like schoolboy, like Eastern Counties finals and things like that. And you're now actually like earning a little bit of dough. Like you actually are making this a career, and you're like competing near alongside each other. Like I think that's pretty like nice to see. Like just from a small area, that's really not a lot. Like you wouldn't say Essex is a boxing culture. Like, do you know?
Feels
but
like it is now, though.
But some reason,
like
every Elton Joshua fan in Essex has bred a national champion son.
yeah,
That's what it seems to be. Like everyone's had a boy and gone, he's got to go down the gym. And
it's that old East End thing, though, isn't it? Like East End, like my dad. Here we go. Going to say it again. I'm going to get a T-shirt with it. My dad was a boxer. He was a 5-time ABA finalist, and it's like with me and my brother. He said, "Right, I'm going to teach you how to box," sort of thing. I mean, doing it now. I mean, you know, Ross Damrell, guy on the pads, RD Boxing. So his episode come out this week, which won't be this week when I'm talking about it. But like, you know, he's doing it all, and there's so many people coming through his boxing through Hornchurch and Elm Park boxing gym. Kevin Mitchell's got loads of people coming through. You know, like
it's so good to see Kev doing well.
Yeah,
I think I only think it's a matter of time. Like,
it was because like I met Kev. I don't know, Connor. I don't think I'd even had his first amateur fight. Oh, wow. By that point, that's how long ago this probably was. It was like they was young. Do you know what I mean? Like, and I was at West Ham, and I bumped into Kev during the scene, and like we would chat. Like he knew my mum and dad; they're about a similar age, so they had been out in like the same like nightclubbing scene and things like that. So they knew each other. So I had an opportunity to like speak to Kev as a kid and like get to know him and that. So he kind of followed me closely during like junior ages and things like that. And he was a cool person to kind of like, because you could relate to Kev, like as a kid, being a boxer, like Kev probably was how you are now. Like we were all little down West Ham, we was all up to no good. We was all like, if you went away with the team for like the 3 days in that national tournament, it was like the best weekend away ever. You're with all your mates for 3 days and you're all fighting. So it's really cool. So Kev was great. Yeah. And he would get in the ring and he would just show you a move and you go, whoa, like there was no rust. Do you know what I mean? Like he could just do it. And you was like, I can't even do that. And I'm like meant to be sharp. Yeah. So you got to actually be close to someone that's, except for winning a world title, we fought for one. You know, he didn't win it, but he was pretty close.
Yeah.
So he's pretty much done it from the front to the back. Yeah. So it was really cool to be around him. And so now to see him, Conor just won the senior elite. Yeah. That's sick. Like that's like.
Looks like he's going to start pro as
well.
That's
brilliant. And like fair play.
Yeah.
Because you've got a chance. I'm not saying Conor's. You see, Campbell Hatton retired the other week.
Yeah,
that says all it needs to be said.
Yeah.
That says when we was watching Campbell come through early stages, no fans was out there going, oh, he's going to be like Ricky Hatton. And I know that's not fair to say to someone, but he probably shouldn't have stepped in on big matchroom cards straight away.
Yeah.
He probably should have been put on a northern small hall scene. Learn. And then, oh, look, we got this kid, Ricky Hatton's son. Yeah. Boom, then put him on. So by the time you've gassed him up, he's now got to fight someone decent. So he had to fight that Jimmy Joe Flint fella.
Yeah.
Who's all right.
Yeah,
he's a good little fighter. Yeah. So he's met his level.
Yeah.
When it's probably unfair on him because he probably could do something and he's got a good story behind him to do something. I just think maybe...
Properly in his dad's shadow, really.
It's hard, man. That's so hard.
That's so tough.
Yeah.
Conor
Benn's probably the only one and Chris Eubanks Jr. is the only two that are doing it well.
And Conor's come through adversity.
Yeah.
Time and time again, and he's great. Chris Eubanks Jr., Chris Senior.
Yeah.
Senior and Junior, they are the greatest showmen of all time.
Oh, yeah.
I went to Ben Eubank.
Yeah.
So early doors, I managed to get his tickets, 30 quid. Same price as the pay-per-view. So me and my girlfriend, and then my dad got my mum and my dad. They sat in the last row at the stadium.
Yeah.
I was 4 rows in front.
Whoa.
So we're far back.
Yeah.
Wicked experience.
Wow.
I sat there the whole time, watched about 4 or 5 fights, had a great time. And yeah, for 30 quid, I was like, that's what the pay-per-view is going to be. So I'd rather watch it on a screen in the stadium than in a screen at home. That's great. And watching them come out, I've been to big fights.
Yeah.
Like early doors with like all the Fisher fights. We used to get ringside every fight. And like a group of us, all the John Hedges fights. So I watched Boatsy Craig Richards at the O2 Arena, like at the front row.
Wow.
It was wicked. So I've seen I went to Eddie Earn's house and watched one of the fights in lockdown.
Yeah.
So I've seen some cool ones. So we see Senior and Junior come out and they just took in all of the energy from the whole stadium and it was the coolest thing like I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Like you never just like they just walked out and went, we own the whole thing. And I went to my bird, I went, yeah, that's probably the winner tonight. I said, I'm going to be honest, that's probably the winner.
Yeah. Because, I mean, coming out simply the best. Do you know what I mean? Just as soon as he done it, like,
Daddy's song.
With his old man, like, because I knew the old man was coming back.
Yeah.
I'm going to my bird, like, he's not. This is the biggest night of his son's life.
He's not missing it.
He has to be there.
Yeah.
They put him on a screen, him coming out of the car. Place goes crazy. 10-10 showmanship.
I think Senior's a marketing genius, especially with... Have you seen it with the videos where people send in questions and they read them out and then he answers them? And obviously the stuff about his son and he's saying how much of a disgrace he is with the egg and things like that. I think he knew exactly what he was doing for the moment to walk out, because you would tune in even harder just to see.
You see these old heads in boxing.
Yeah.
These is like older guys that have experience. Like these have been around for a long time. Yeah, this is what I've kind of not seen, but like piecing the puzzle together and being closer in. Because I'm a massive fan of boxing before I'm a competitor. Like, I was just a kid that watched everything, loved it, like knew all the trainers, just thought it was really cool, loved it, amateur and pro. So then becoming a pro, learning about it, I've met so many other pros and other trainers and other people, and you do talk to each other, so you're learning 24/7. If you're willing to listen to everything, you'll learn 24/7, either in a boxing gym or in a boxing event, or do you know what I mean? You'll learn. So I've been doing boxing since I was 7.
Well, what surprised you along the way then, like in terms of taking in advice from, you know, old school fighters, pro fighters, people that have been there, old boxing gangsters, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, all these cool guys, like, and you don't know their history.
No.
You're 12 in the Peacock gym and you've just seen a geezer that's on the pads, like taking pads, and you're chatting to him and you're asking to go on pads on him, and little things like that. Or like people that would come through West Ham, like doing a couple nights coaching, and you just pick their brain a little bit, and you wouldn't know who they are, but you're like, he's probably got a good bit of knowledge. Turns out he's like British champion or something. Like that.
Wow.
Do you know what I mean? Or like a guy like, I was on the ball 7 times, like the names over there.
Any names that stuck out that shared anything with?
There was a man, so there was a Repton coach, Bobby Beck,
Right, okay.
who's like super legendary.
Yeah.
And I'm not a Repton guy.
No.
I'm actually very against the whole, like, I'm not a part of the green and yellow thing. I can't stand it.
Wow.
I'm a West Ham guy through and through. I can't be.
Come on.
Yeah, I can't. I'm not on the box West Ham, box Repton. I retired as an amateur before I'd box Repton.
Why is that? Why is it?
Because I had become big there. Like, I had my own success there. They made me the captain. They looked after me. So
Why would you jump ship?
Home. That was home. So I'd rather
Respect
try and
it,
give being a pro a crack than box at another amateur club.
Okay.
It just wasn't really, the environment would be different, training would be different. I just liked what I liked.
So West Ham's on par with Repton, really, don't it?
It goes in cycles.
Yeah.
People have better years, people have worse years.
Yeah.
Like, it is what it is. The senior scene wasn't great at West Ham when I was becoming a senior.
Right.
Okay.
So I was kind of in 2 decisions. I was already doing a bit with Mark.
Okay.
I got pulled into spar. I'm Harvey Horn, little
Yeah,
flyweight.
yeah,
That's how big I was. I was sparring a flyweight.
Wow.
And I was just sparring with him, and I kept coming back. I was very like ignorant. I was like, Mark, I'll come back tomorrow. And I found a way. Like, I would get there. I'll get there the next day. And I'd just turn up to training, and that was it. And I turned up, whether he knew I was coming or not. Turned up and I trained. So I'd done that for a while, and I was doing that alongside my bit at West Ham. So you can imagine when I was going to West Ham, then I was like a different animal, because I was doing all this in the day, and then having a rest and doing that in the night. So I was getting really good, but I was enjoying the morning better than the night.
Yeah.
Because I was around older people and I was experienced, like other pros or
Well, you're a fan as well.
People that just are practicing fighting. Mark used to just teach people that used to like fighting. So you was just around like a bunch of older heads that was like Mark was training, and I just got amongst it and just kind of like just pulled as much knowledge as I possibly could, because it's all got to be relevant some way or another. So Mark would have me spar these guys that was like big savages. Like some of these guys, like if you showed a picture of them, you'd go like, that's insane. And I was feeling about 17, 18, but I manned up very, very quickly. Yeah. So then I was like, all right, I'm going to leave West Ham. I won't box nowhere else, and I'll just take my time out of boxing for about a year or 2 years, and just train with Mark. Okay. And then I can turn over and I should be pretty ready. I wasn't going to get any better as an amateur. I'd kind of reached where I'd just won national title. I was like, I've kind of done my bit.
Yeah. So you said that you was named the captain at West Ham. Is that how you got the nickname?
So I got the name.
Okay.
So I got the name. So yeah, that was it. Literally, they said you're the captain of the club, and it didn't really mean anything, but I was kind of the oldest and the best one there.
Okay.
So within the club dynamic of all the kids, I could talk to all the kids, all the rangers. I knew all the friends, because it's still, within a boxing club as an amateur, it's still got pockets of friendship groups, and it's still like there's still relationships within this club of 100 people. Some parents don't like other parents. Some kids don't like other kids. Some kids do like each other. He just wants to take his head off because of X, Y, Z, and so you're managing relationships within that club. So for West Ham, for that, what I was there for was to help their relationships that was travelling round to the clubs. I could talk to the kids. I could kind of like, I could piece it all together and help it run in a bit of smooth runnings.
Yeah.
Because if the coaches don't have that connection to the kids that they're training, it will never work. It's different as a pro level because I'm an adult and Mark's an adult. So there's nothing to bull about. Like, and I'm an adult and Giorgio's an adult. So between us, there's nothing to about. We are just all coming here to work. We're coming here to train as hard as we can train. I'll do whatever I'm asked. We train as hard as we train. We think as hard as we can think. And you go home, recover, and you do the same again the next day.
Yeah.
Minimum. It's different now. Kids are kids, and kids want to...
Testosterone's building, and they want
Yeah, you're like 15, like don't know what to do with yourself.
They
like,
want to fight. That's what they want to do.
That's literally it. There's like 40 travellers in the room, so you just bang them in the mix, and you're like, this is a fucking nightmare.
Yeah, I suppose you've got to really manage everyone's heads. Like,
I've seen some craziness happen in amateur boxing gyms. Like, I see once, there was a situation between two young boys in the gym. One of the boys dad was a coach. So they was having whatever argument. One of the boys and the kid's son, he was a bit older, the boy. So they ran outside now, the coach is squaring off with the kid. Everyone's inside, no one knows what's going on. Boom, coach hits the kid, kid's out.
No way.
Yeah, it was crazy. And then what's even more mental was the coach gave the kid the cash and said, please don't tell your old man, I'm so sorry about that. Boom, 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 boom. And the kid never said anything.
whoa!
This is crazy. Like I've seen like the experiences of just living this, like, of going to an amateur club and seeing all these different types of people. When I went to Chadwell St Mary, they was run down to hell. They had every window smashed. The ring was useless. The rent couldn't even be paid after the week, so you used to put the kid through the window and he'd unlock it from the inside, and it ran off a generator that they put the diesel in. Wow. It was crazy. Geezer be smoking inside the gym with a Red Bull, telling us to skip. Like this is what I've been brought up in. So I'm in that little edge of like, it was hard when I was like 8, 9, 10, all the way to I was about 12. So it was tough.
Yeah.
And it was an experience that you looked at and things wasn't roses and it weren't nice and it weren't like, it did smell and it wasn't warm. And you just dealt with it, and still they was churning out champions.
Is this still happening now in gyms?
There's probably gyms in England that are getting no funding.
Yeah.
That are getting no funding and are literally running on nothing, running on just the money that the kids can piece together. Because the gym's only in a town, and then you've got to hope all them kids from that town go to that gym and not the other gyms separating it. But if they know amateur boxing, they'll go to the closest best gym where their mate goes because he knows him, and they're going to train down there together. So the big clubs will suck in the kids from other areas in the local area, and then them little clubs are starving.
Yeah.
You look at Conor Mitchell, where's he box? Thurrock.
Right, yeah.
Thurrock, yeah. So new gym, Lewis Passfield, great coach. Had good success at Dagenham. Started off at Chadwell St Mary actually, went Dagenham, opened up his club. He's a good coach. So people were going, oh, he's opened up his own gym. Vroom. Loads of kids are coming to the area. So them other clubs might now struggle because if their kid isn't having the best time or isn't going through training well or isn't getting this or isn't getting that, he's going to complain to his mum and dad. His mum and dad are then going to say, oh, well, your coach ain't good enough. Because you always blame the coach first. I don't know why. You blame the coach first. And then they'll find somewhere else. So they go, oh, Thurrock's close enough now. Boom, go there. So they suck in some kids. It only takes 3 years of them getting unhappy and moving somewhere else and moving somewhere else. There's not many cases of amateurs that stay at the same club forever. Sonny's an example of it. Yeah. He was at Chalvedon his whole life. I don't know he may have boxed somewhere else early doors, but I think he's only ever boxed for child, but his dad's a coach. I know.
Yeah, his dad
But
was
still,
heavily involved in the club, wasn't he?
I know kids that dad was coaches and they boxed for other clubs.
Yeah.
Like it's tough out on that amateur scene.
Yeah.
Don't know how.
Yeah. You touched on Mark Tibs. Mark Tibs, probably the nicest man on the planet. Bless that bloke, right? We told him that it's down a pub where we do the interviews, and I think he thought it was a legit pub and there'd be an audience. And bless him, loved him for it, but equally felt so bad it broke my heart. He wore a suit to come in, and I was like, "There's me in shorts and a t-shirt," and I was like, "Mate, you can't knock Mark." And he sat there, and I was like, "Mark, I'm so sorry, mate. I think I should have been a bit clearer. Like, it's in my garden and all that." He's like, don't worry." Sat down, gave us one of the best interviews we've ever had.
He's gold.
Yeah.
Well, he's gold.
He's unreal. I want him in again. But let's talk through. You touched on it briefly. How did you two come to meet then?
Sparring Harvey Horn. So I had a geezer. It's all relationships. I knew a geezer that trained with Mark. He was just a geezer that had a bit of dough and liked fighting. And he knew Mark for a long time, so Mark would train him a couple of times a week.
Right.
He said, I know this kid Finn, he's about half his weight, do you want to come and spar? That's it.
Wow.
That's how quick things can just spiral if you're willing to chuck yourself in.
So he must have liked you though.
Maybe not.
Really?
Hopefully he does now, but maybe not at the beginning. I was probably more of a pest than I was someone that was like, I wasn't anything. I was a skinny little amateur kid that boxed like an amateur.
But that's probably what he liked. The fact that you was a pest and keep coming back.
And I kept coming back. And there were days I got battered or wasn't very good. But what I've always took pride in of myself, I can take. Boxing gyms are horrible and people will speak to you like a bit of
Right.
That's just all you know. Like if a geezer says 3 swear words and 1 normal word in a sentence, you just kind of look at him and crack on. Like you wouldn't. There's no second nature to it all. So like some people don't get that and they get very touchy and feely in the boxing gym, and you're like, oh yes, yeah, like come on, like move on. I've learnt that now coaching, but I never really see that side to it because people I would always train with was accustomed to the same treatment. Like we'd go down West End, you'd get abused. You'd get ridiculed, you would get tormented, you would get wound up by the coaches, you'd get embarrassed by the coaches, you'd get praised by you got it all, but you got it all in front of everyone.
Wow.
Is this to give you thick skin?
This is what I would take it down to.
Yeah.
So if I can't do something in gym or I am a bit shit and Mark goes, oh, you look shit, you were shit today, or that wasn't very good, I can kind of like suck up and I go, all right, yeah, I ain't got to work on myself, blah, 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 and I got to come back better. And it usually does happen. Some people mentally, that like plays on their mind and it spirals. But you've got to kind of catch the spiral and move on. So I think that thick skinness from being an amateur has helped me come into, the pros. When I first started with Mark, I was the bottom of the barrel. So I'm trying to fight to keep up with the guys, or I'm trying to fight to say that I'm better than these guys, or I'm just as good as these guys. They're all on bigger platforms and they're kind of starting from a better position. Or we all start from the same position, but I'm trying to get 200 people to come to your call. You're getting put on the zone. So there's a difference between us as prospects training alongside each other. That don't mean nothing. I would never look at you differently, but I understand that I then probably rank there. Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I'm always trying to show I am technically as good as these people and I'm a fitter and I'm stronger and I'm trying to, that's always been my mentality of it, which has probably helped me improve as much as I have.
Yeah.
If you look over my last 4 fights, you'd look literally round to round. Everyone's better than the next. I even look over from fight to fight. The first round's better than the last round of the fight before. Yeah. I put a pride in myself on that, on looking better every time.
Progressing.
Yeah, I don't like plateau or reverse. We just keep looking better. So that's what I'm happy with, and I think that's gave me that mentality to do that, and better at my own pace. I can be quite stubborn with that, I think, but I think you kind of have to be.
Yeah.
Because if you bite at every opportunity that's thrown your way, not every opportunity is a good opportunity.
No.
Like, some food is bad. You shouldn't bite every apple that falls off the tree.
Yeah, it's true.
Very true.
Do you know what I mean? Pick your apple up, look round it first. Well, that falls off the tree.
Yeah, it's true.
Very true.
Do you know what I mean? Pick your apple up, look round it first, scrub it, but look at it. Do you know what I mean? And that's another thing I've learned probably early on in my career as a pro. Mark's really helped with that because he's so fat in the knowledge.
Before we continue with today's episode, here's a quick word from our sponsor, Blackburn & Co. Whether you need staircases, balustrade, fencing, gates, bespoke metalworks, Blackburn have got you covered. And they offer a friendly and professional service. At Blackburn & Co, metalwork runs deep. This family business spans 3 generations of skilled smiths, passing down traditional blacksmithing techniques and transforming them into modern welding and fabrication. It's heritage you can trust, built into every piece they create. They work with metal because it's reliable, and their customers choose them for the same reason. Fully insured and proudly accredited by CHAS, Construction Line, SMAS, and Safe Contractor, Blackburn & Co deliver work that's as safe as it is solid. From large-scale commercial projects to customer pieces for your home, ornate gates, bespoke balconies, railings, and more. No job is too big or too small. They offer a full service from design through to installation. If you want to contact them, call them on this number. That's 01277 674299. Or better yet, to go to their website, click on the link in our bio on Instagram or click on the link in our bio on YouTube. Right, back to today's episode. Yeah.
And we can be honest with each other. So we can have a conversation and go, this is what's been offered, X, Y, or Z. What do you think? And I'll say what I think, he says what he thinks, and we go, okay. That's what we think. But that's a cool relationship. Like I was saying to you earlier, like, I don't have a promoter. I'm not signed to a promoter. I work with Mark and I work with Structure Management. But they've got great relationships with all of the small horse scene and the bigger scene. They've got that relationship. So that's my connection there. All I've got to do is my end of the stick. Perform, keep winning.
And so do you feel at the moment with those, I've got so many questions here. Let's I'll kind of come back to this actually. Let's talk more about Mark. Like, what, in terms of knowledge brought to the table for yourself, like what does he bring technically to you as a boxer? What is great about Mark as a coach?
The best thing about Mark as a coach, and I can say this, and anyone that knows Mark would know this to be true, Mark lets every fighter be them as a fighter. He don't try and get a fighter and make him into the fighter that he also trains at Tokyo or the other fighter that he trains. There's none of that. We're all very different to each other. We've all got strengths, we've all got weaknesses, and they do vary and the levels are different. But he adapts to every signature person and every signature person's need, which as a trainer is probably so tough. You've got 6 guys, all different, personalities are different, skill sets are different, minds are different, everything's different. But you got to cater and you've got to work it and you've got to know when to give it to them and when not to give it to them and when to pull on them or when to leave them alone a little, like, and he's really good at that. And timing people, and it's impressive to watch him work and be a part of that school. I always say it's a school of Tibs boxing because that is what it is. It's a school. We're all young kids, and we're at school. We turn up on time. We know what we've got to do to be ready, and we perform and we work and we learn, and it's going to school. Like, and I hate school, but I love learning that, and I like the whole environment of it.
So are you looking for a promoter at the moment?
No, like it's not even anything like I'm just on my own. I could fight on top tier in Brentwood. I could go and fight on TM114. I can go out and fight with Mark Nielsen. So for me, as a small fighter, I think that helps with never being stale.
Yeah.
And never fall into a... If they've got, let's say, top tier, have got all their fighters signed and I can't get on one of the shows. I love these shows. They're called on DAZN. I've boxed on them. I like to go on these shows whenever they get offered. But if they're busy, I can't just sit on the sidelines and hope that someone gets injured and I step in.
Exactly.
So I called the geezer at TM14 and go, what's your kind of dates looking like? Any spaces? And I have a great relationship with them where I don't need him to be signed to them because he'll give me the spot.
Who's that? Mark, right?
Mark Nielsen is... They work alongside each other.
Yeah,
so
okay.
you've got... I forgot TM14. John Trethway, who runs TM14.
Okay.
And they work alongside each other to put them O2 shows on.
Yeah.
And some like You'll Call shows. So they've been really helpful for me to keep active. But same with them. If they said, Finn, I ain't got no space for you until 6 months' time, I go, all right, I'll go find some work in between.
Yeah.
How do you... Well, do you work as well as box then? Do you have people that sponsor? Oh, you do? Okay.
Gotta work. So I've had a few, like I say, I've had a few jobs. Like I've always... College was never really my thing. I knew I wanted to be a boxer from I was like 12. Yeah. So the closer it got to being a boxer, I was like, all right, cool. All I've got to do is pay for my car, pay for my petrol, pay for my food. And I can be a boxer. Like I'm lucky that my dad is great, my mum is great, and they've all helped me, and other companies have helped me. And I've never I'm not like a ask for handouts kind of person. Like I'll go and get it. That's what that's kind of my attitude of it. So like a lot of pros, sponsorship wise. Like when I was my first turned pro, like I knew people that was getting consistent monthly sponsorship payments to their bank, and they weren't even doing nothing. They was getting this money and they was like doing an Instagram post and things like that. And I just thought, I know it's like the tax-free thing, whatever it is, like between businesses, but I'm like, that seems a little bit like, that's not really my cup of tea. Like I wouldn't want to not do nothing and then have to rely for me to go out with my mates on the weekend, like this geezer from this random company pays me. So I got my PTing course for England boxing and got all of them qualifications to be able to do that. Yeah. And I'm pretty good at teaching as well as I am doing.
I get the sense of that.
Yeah, I'm all right. So Kev at Origins put me in a good position to like have a few clients and tick me over, which has been like wicked. Yeah,
I feel like, you know, your boxing career is your boxing career, but you've definitely got a career in coaching. And I don't know why I get that energy.
It's
but
sensible.
Sensible, yeah. And you taking on, like, you've loved it from an early age. You're pulling from all this knowledge. You're taking it in. Like, your knowledge must be above and beyond compared to other people.
We all have the same... I was in the same gym as 40 other kids in West Ham when I see all this stuff happen, or was in amongst it, or at an England camp with 100 kids. We was all there.
Yeah, but we've never had... We had boxers in.
Yeah.
And they've not really spoke about boxing like you've spoke about boxing in terms of the appreciation of the knowledge of boxing and what goes on with it and what's behind it and what drives forward with it. You know, I want to talk about your boxing career. I'm just saying I sense there's a future for you within coaching and probably coaching good level.
And that's always like great stuff. And Mark always is talking to us about why he's telling us to do this.
Yeah, okay.
Or you do this because Jimmy, you talk about Mark being a fountain of knowledge. Yeah. We're forgetting Jimmy Tibs is literally sitting 6 foot to his left, and I can also ask him any question I want.
Yeah.
So that's like having Google. It's like having boxing Google, and I haven't even got a type. I can just ask Jimmy, and it's the coolest experience ever.
Because you got Google and ChatGPT.
Like, it's crazy. So like, yeah, I think some people don't like, and that's just to any boxing. Like you look at like who's a legend. Brendan Ingle.
Right, yeah.
What a legend.
Yeah.
Surely people that was trained by Brendan Ingle wish they had asked him certain questions, or they probably still use the things that he taught them every day. Because boxing is life. Like, I know that sounds like yay, or like it sounds like someone's Instagram caption or saying boxing is life, but it is your kind of. I asked Jimmy, a prospect lost against like a pro that was okay, but was older, was about similar level, was older, but the young prospect could have done the job. Do you know what I mean? So I always will go to Jimmy, what do you think? Why do you think that geezer got the better of him? What's your experience? And he said to me, doesn't matter about that geezer's boxing ability on that night. That was such a war and a tough fight. That geezer's life experiences helped get him through that fight. He's an older, life experienced man. So that younger boy can't pull from certain experience. He's just fighting on adrenaline and what he's done in the gym. This geezer is like 10 years older or 8 years older, has actual like things he can pull from. So he said it's a different ball game then. And I was like, yeah, that makes pretty good sense.
And when you get fighters, like we had a gentleman in here, didn't we, not too long ago? He wasn't a guest, but he come in, and like he was a boxer, and he was talking about how he would pull from his torment, like in life, just in general. And I can't, like, you know, it was like he would almost have this other engine just through the devastating stuff that would happen in his life. And I'm not saying, you need to be brought up in a environment to have this, but it explains like Mike Tyson and things like that, you know?
That's why Conor Benn's cool.
Yeah.
He's literally got a Rolls Royce Wraith, but fights like he's got a Fiesta. Like, that is why he's cool. And people tune in to watch him, whether he lose or win. And that's why people like him as a person.
But his dad made things hard for him at the beginning as well.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. That's why it probably
made him get the
wasn't
bus
easy.
and all that, didn't he?
Loved that.
Live with his nan and all that, you know.
We wanted to get the fucking bus.
Yeah.
I grew up on Tilbury Council Estate.
Yeah.
If you're local to the area or you know that kind of area, that's like Iran. Do you know what I mean? Like, you can die going out there. Like, I'm exaggerating it. But like, this is like,
I know it.
rough areas.
Yeah.
These are rough kids. These are like, it's hard to break through. There's enough other people that ain't doing. I always say I'm unbelievably lucky, even if it goes wrong tomorrow, because I literally get to live my dream every day.
Yeah.
I got friends that I've been friends with since year 7. So we was like 11, 10. Yeah. They're tradesmen or they're doing stuff so they can hopefully live their dream. I actually get to wake up and go, I'm going to go to the gym today. And when I was training with Ebony Bridges, world champion. So I wake up, I'm going to go train with Ebony Bridges today, and she's going to be doing Pad to Mark, and Johnny Fisher's going to be in there, and the boys going to be in there. Cool, go in the gym, 3 hours, train, boogie around everyone, do it all, go home, have lunch, go to work. That was kind of my perspective of life. So I'm like, I'm very grateful for for it. And that's why I think fighting isn't like pressuring. It just is, because we're all stupidly lucky to get to be doing it. There's definitely someone better than me, but they can't break through. I don't have the opportunity to break through, or they don't have the opportunity to go to an amateur club and do all that for years and have the money behind them to go to tournaments and represent England and then pay a good coach every month and sell loads of tickets. They don't get that opportunity. I'm very lucky to get the opportunity to do that. So to go and train hard as I can for like every day is not that much of a bad payment.
No, I mean, how far do you want to take it, Finn?
You ride till the wheels fall off.
Yeah.
This is what I was talking to a geezer the other day, and he's really close with like big fighters. He's a bit of he's like a ghost in boxing. There's these guys, they're great fans of knowledge, they're good pad men, they've been around a lot of world-class fighters, but they never have the camera on them. Or they're not the guy that gets filmed doing pads with the good fighter in the gym, or the guy that's in his corner in the ring. He might be standing on the side of the ropes. You never know them guys that are standing on the ropes and they pan to the corner. Do you know what I mean? You do that because John Ryder's standing on the edge of the ring and say, oh gosh, John Ryder, ex-pro, blah, blah, blah. But there's some guys that have great knowledge that you don't know. So we chat him and he's like, as long as you crack the top 10, and you stay in that top 10 as long as you can, you will have a good career and you will do well. He said the problem is there's some good fighters out there. So sometimes that top 10's a lot easier than other times. But that's when you got to raise your game, and that's when you got to work hard. And I thought about it, and I thought, yeah, no, he's bang on right. The longer you knock about in that top 10 in the world, you're going to get a chance to be a world champion.
Yeah.
The longer you knock about in that top 10, someone will give you an opportunity.
That top 10 is depending on what weight class, though, isn't it?
Yeah. So you're in your weight class and you're battling the list.
Yeah.
But do you know what I mean? If you're constantly sticking your top 10 in the world, you will get the opportunity to be a world champion. And if you get the opportunity to be a world champion, whether you win or lose, you got the opportunity for one night to be the best guy in the world.
Yeah.
Like for one night, you got the opportunity to do that. And you got to be happy. Yeah. These guys that sit there and go, I want to be 8-time world champion, diddle. It's because they don't even know how to go and be English champion yet.
Yeah.
They ain't even been a Southern Area champion. So how can you tell me you know what it's like being... Have you even been in a gym with a world champion? I have. It's scary because you're looking at him going, oh, this guy is actually serious. Like that's what... that was the moment. Like early on with Mark, this was towards the back end of him and Billy Joe.
Wow.
So I got to see a lot of Billy Joe preparing for Canelo Alvarez. I got to be in the gym, but virtually a fly on the wall and watch this guy work. That you're watching a world champion work, you're going, that's what it should look like.
Yeah.
He moves like this. When he's sparring, he's working at this level, or he's reacting to this a type of way. Because world fight levels in their camp will still have good spars, bad spars, great days, bad days. It's how they work them days and how they still look good on a bad day.
Yeah.
And so I've got to see that, and I'm trying my best to imitate what I can feel that is. Do you know what I mean? Like, I've seen these guys work. When Martin J. Ward was preparing for his world title fight, me and Giorgio and Freddie all sparred him.
Right.
Like once a week, we would get sent to Matchroom and do like 4 rounds of him, 6 rounds of him. So we spent a lot of time with him. He was getting ready for a world title fight, so you're watching how he's doing things and how he's preparing and how he's mentally sorting himself. He's only sparring 2 like 17-year-old amateurs. Realistically, we're a light. That's what I'm now realising. We was a light day.
Right.
If Mark went to me, these 2 amateurs are coming in, you've got to do 8 rounds, 4 rounds apiece. In my head, I go, yeah, no, cool, that's a good day. But that's because I'm older now. Whereas that 4 rounds then, I was like nearly 6 the night before, thinking I'm going to get done tomorrow. Like, this geezer's going to be serious work. But yeah, it's like, say, seeing stuff.
Yeah.
And some of them guys that are trying to talk about this professional game haven't actually seen any of it.
No.
They've been in their amateur setup. They've got to 19, 20. They've got some followers on Instagram. And they're going, yeah, no, I'm going to go be pro.
Yeah.
Let me go and get my medical done and get my license.
Crazy.
That's the crazy game we're in.
Yeah.
But everyone gets found out.
Yeah.
That's the cool thing about boxing. Everyone gets found out at some point along the line. Everyone has a bad night and gets found out on one night. And it's how on that night do you either pick yourself back up and turn it around there and then, or you get out of the ring and you turn it around the next day.
Yeah.
What was the biggest lesson you learned from Billy Joe Saunders when you was watching him spar and training, just being around that environment?
He technically, from a boxing eye, he would ride shots so well. It was almost a new defense. I'd never really seen anyone do that. And he was sparring like a bigger guy. And he'd kind of be letting the guy have his shots, but he would ride them off of his shoulder a little bit, or he would just catch it, or he would just pull his head back, or he would even tilt his head so he'd catch it on his forehead rather than his chin. Or like twist himself across so he'd catch it on his shoulder. And watching that work, I'm like, he's working at like 60% right now, 70% right now. But he is just doom. He's not getting hurt. He's just about getting tagged, but he knows the situation he's in. So that was like really cool to see someone do.
Yeah.
Because as an amateur, you're always defending kind of either with your feet or like slipping or rolling, because that's like the easiest defenses to probably do. Hand defenses are quite tough, but just riding and just catching shots is very impressive.
I always remember Triple G watching him train and just the weights on his neck. He just like literally just turning his neck for like probably half an hour on weights. And I'm thinking, hold on a minute. And then Triple G weren't really like in the eye then, you know? And then when you see him catch punches on his face, just like the reflex and just like that.
There's like great YouTube videos like old of like Triple G sparring Canelo. That's like the greatest YouTube video ever.
Yeah.
Like Triple G training camps in Big Bear. They'd have like a 20-minute clip of what he was up to. Or like they'd have like some sick people sparring. Like you watch like Devin Haney, like Ryan Garcia spar for like 20 minutes straight at Mayweather's gym.
Yeah.
These are great things to watch and to like just like get a perspective of growth. Like, because we're lucky at my age that virtually everything about 5 years before us has been filmed.
Yeah.
And is now being posted or being posted. So we can get to literally look at this stuff and like go, that's cool. Or like I would have watched some of these videos like 5 years ago, 6 years ago. So I watched it when it came out. So I knew Ryan Garcia was going to be sick.
Yeah.
When I watched him sparring Devin Haney. And yeah, it's really cool to see the growth of these guys because they've become like superstars.
Yeah.
Like completely, there's echelons to like superstardom.
Yeah.
And that little lightweight three, Gervonta Davis, even Teofimo Lopez, Ryan Garcia, Devin Haney, have become, and they're not as good as like Sugar Ray Leonard, Marvin Hagler, Roberto Duran, Tommy Hearns, but they're probably like superstardom that level.
Yeah.
Which is nuts.
Yeah. There's a clip that hasn't been released, and I know it's from your gym. Have you seen it? Visioli.
I was probably standing in the back of it.
Huh?
I was probably standing in the back of it. I
The
don't
one
know.
in America when he was training.
Oh no, when he was in America.
Yeah.
No, I haven't. I
ain't seen it yet?
I haven't seen it.
Have you seen it?
I haven't seen it. They're not
I
releasing
haven't
it.
seen
But
it. I
it's
haven't
something
seen
they're
it.
saying that Visioli wiped him out. Knocked him out. But
Yeah, I think they was confident, and I spoke to Mark, and Mark's an honest guy, and I was on the phone. He went, they've because there's always that like battle. You're going over to America to spar this boy. Like that's tense. So there's a bit of like try and do you over here, try and get the better of you, try and one up you and that. And Mark's like, we dealt with them, got the better, got it on tape, lovely job. Like, and I was like, he seems happy.
Yeah.
Giorgio seems happy about it. But how cool is that?
Yeah.
We're in a day and age that if you do create that type of buzz, you can pull and poke things, and that's a great. If you're a boxing eye, that's a cool division. There's little prospects in there that are my age, 22, 23, 24.
Giorgio's
Some
wild.
younger guys on the Queensbury side, the DAZN side, the America side, that are pretty good. And they're going to all collide, and it's going to be sick. Royston Barney from Queensbury, he's good. Well pedigreed kid. Giorgio is sick. I think Tom Welland is that weight now. He's from the local area. He's pretty good. Like he's knocking people out. He's coming through the ranks. This Kermel kid, like in the years to come, this is all going to unfold. Like we're going to sit back and go, we got a string of. There was at a time before COVID, like a 2-year period where there was just great fight, and it was all British guys, like Cheeseman era.
Yeah.
Ted Cheeseman would fight Sam Eggington, and people would tune in, and it was a great fight.
On Sky Sports.
Them
right?
days, I feel like have passed now. Of them like cool British on British fights, like two good guys, like they're highly ranked, going at it. Like them that like we're waiting for them days again, and I think they're
coming.
There's a lot of young like us guys, super welterweights. There's a good few of us that are all coming through, and you can't hate these guys. You got to respect their work.
Yeah.
And when we collide, we put our gum through and we knuckle down and we go head to toe and see who comes out on top. But I think it's going to play out pretty nicely.
Yeah, I think.
If Turkey Alashik don't blow it up first, like, I think...
In what way? How do you think he'll blow it
I
up?
think he scares me, this Turkey Alashik thing, because...
The whole zero thing?
No, not even that. Not even that, because he's giving guys airtime that have lost before and have lost and come back on, which is wicked.
Yeah.
I've been to the shows. I watched the shows. I'm not a big performance guy at boxing shows. I don't like a sing and a dance. I get that fans do, but even with boxing, I've been to boxing shows with like non-boxing fans, and they sit there and go, "What is going on? When's the next guy coming out? Like, I'm bored." Or they'll watch the fight that's like a 12-round fight, and they're like, "I'm bored." Like, they're not really watching the boxing. I'm sitting there watching the boxing because Vidal Riley and Chef Clark are going head to head, and I'm like, this is boxing porn right now. These geezers are having it, but no one is caring. Then they want to put on a 40-minute show, and then the headline comes out. They're trying to make it so it's great for TV, which it is a great watch on TV. Like, I watched the Usyk Dubois one like on TV the other night, and it is cool for TV, but it's not fan-friendly boxing.
No.
It's not fan-friendly boxing. It's a great main event, great product for the main event, and then everything else before that are, if you're a boxing fan, they're cool enough fights, but they're not going to be gravely exciting fights. They're not going to be prospects just smashing the granny out of each other or two average heavyweights just smashing each other to bits. Like, I always say, like, a big stadium fight is such a different experience to your call.
Yeah.
I'm not saying the fighting's better at your call. I'm just saying you're like 20 metres from the ring and there's two geezers that are not getting paid a lot of money smashing the shit out of each other right now for no reason. No reason. They're just smashing each other. So, like, it's such a different experience than them big fights. But the Turk Al Sheikh, it does... I don't want it to ruin boxing culture because they don't know the culture. This whole... Oh, I'm going to get, like, blacklisted from, like, Turkey Al Sheikh. Like, he's going to say he's kidding, Lennon. They put a clip up the other day on... They had, like, a Box Raw sparring day before the big fight, which is so cool. They had a big sparring day. You could come and almost audition to be on the next shows. Great concept.
That is
really
different.
great concept. The issue is you've brought the biggest egos in America and anyone can turn up. So you can be a pro and turn up to this spar day. You can be like ex-world champion, turn up. Like, anyone can turn up. So there's mismatches all day. They've all these massive egos. They're screaming, they're hollering. They're trying to create that Mayweather doghouse buzz. But that buzz is so unique to them set of people because they live in that buzz. This geezer, they post a knockout clip. But like the 3 strikes that land the geezer all on the back of his head while he's falling down. And they've posted it and they're like, what a great knockout. What a champion. And tag the kid.
That got knocked out?
That knocks knocks the geezer out. And
Yeah.
it's the kid screaming and celebrating and like going crazy. I come from a world where if that happened in the gym, honestly, if that happened in Origin on Wednesday morning, someone knocked someone out in sparring and started running around the ring going, whoa, my d***'s bigger than yours because I've just knocked you out in sparring with 3 illegal shots, someone would pull you up straight away and go, who is this div? We're not having him back because we don't want to work with them type of people. That's just how the community is.
Yeah.
That I know. So I feel like they've posted that, and I went in the comments straight away. So I was like, surely I'm not just the only like nagging person. George Nares was in there going, what is this? Illegal shots. Like, why are they promoting this? And there was other pros commenting. So I'm like, good. Like, at least, like, universally across the whole world, boxing is the same language. We've all got the same morals. If you're a boxing man, you've got the same morals as a Colombian boxing man or a Brazilian. You've got the same like idea.
Yeah.
So everyone knows the unwritten rules. Everyone knows the moral code that we all have. We're all soldiers. We've got the same moral code with each other. We're the same. We do the same job.
Yeah.
So it was cool to see us teaching them that have all the dough and have all the power. There's a culture here that you probably ain't privy to because, all right, you've got the money and you've stepped in at a high level, but you haven't actually got the knowledge of what the people are in that world.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah,
like,
definitely.
that's what I think Turk Al Sheikh and the ring culture is missing. And it will take time.
It will come back though, and like I'm not a boxer, but I do boxing training with our mate Ross Damrell, who's training down at Ormchurch and Elm Park Boxing Gym. Go and check out his episode if you're listening. But Kevin Mitchell trains his fighters in Ormchurch and Elm Park Boxing Gym. And I'm about to do a round, and Kev walks in. I'm like, I've interviewed Kev, and like...
The pressure's
on. Yeah, the pressure's on.
Yeah.
Pressure's on. But you know what? The nicest thing he done, which I'm thinking, you know, I'm a lump as it is. I used to do a bit as a kid. I'm having to go again on the pads just to get fit. He stood there, he was talking to me. Bell went. He looked straight down on the floor, and he walked out the gym and waited for the bell to go, and then he come back in. And he went, you know what? He said, I could tell that you were nervous that I walked in there. I said, well, you're Kevin Mitchell and you're watching me, who's not a boxer, about to do a couple of rounds. And there were all these kids starting to come in. And in a nice way, not as an example, it was like, he said, you know, we are all one and the same here. He said, there's not, if you get in that ring, that's the respect already, you know, like, and you have to be respected for just going in there and having a go. And that's the mindset, really. It sort of relates to what you were saying there a little bit, where, you know, like, I think that's a, if you're from the earth and you see someone hitting rabid punches around the back of the head, trying to f*** someone up, you say, hold on a minute. Mate. Even if you know they could probably beat you say, no, you're f***ing wrong there. You're absolutely fully.
If I'm watching a video where that behaviour is being praised and is being thrown to the front, and the people in the room know that's wrong.
Yeah.
People in that room that knew that what that geezer done was wrong, but they obviously don't have the strength to say, or to stand up, or to go, that's wrong, because of the environment of people that you've brought to the brunt of it all. Yeah, and maybe the culture that's being bred a little bit in younger fighters. I think coming out of being an amateur and looking back at it, amateur changed when I left. The kind of like the feeling of it changed. Like, obviously, as an amateur, we never used to really talk like trash to each other, or we never used to really talk shit to each other as amateurs. Or I never really experienced that. Like, no one ever like said a bad word to me, or I never said a bad word to anyone else, or like, even if I lost or even if I won, never really, like, it wasn't that kind of thing. The more it's gone on, kids, it's all about the kid can post on Instagram, whooped this boy today, 3-0 unanimous, on to the next, gonna whip this kid next week. And it's like this really like toxic culture. Every time they do a check hook, they're like Billy Joe Saunders in, but they didn't even land the hook. They just slipped and done that. So I'm like, you lost probably, but you're posting a clip of you because of this clipping culture that is on Instagram and is on TikTok, and we probably miss that days. I went through session school not wanting to post boxing videos because I thought people at school thought I was going to be weird. Right. So we just boxed in the shadows. I'd boxed in a national final on the Sunday, be at school sitting in English. Like, nothing's going to happen this weekend. But actually, when I go to this arena on Saturday, I'm like a superstar. Yeah.
That's mad.
It's humble.
Yeah, it's humble.
The way to be,
it's humble.
So it's a weird dynamic. Like, at school, the football kid is cool.
Yeah.
The fast kid is cool. I went to school with a boy, Joseph Harding. Okay. When we were year 7, he was like the fastest in the country for hurdles. Okay. Quick. Yeah. He's the coolest guy ever. Yeah. He's literally the fastest person in the whole year. So do you know what I mean? That kind of culture, like, as a kid, you never go, oh, the boxing kid. I'm the boxing kid. So you don't get that similar praise. This kid's cool because he played a half decent level of football. I'm literally boxing for England this weekend, and no one cares.
Wow. Well, in my school, you'd have been pretty praised. We had some good prospects for our school. Like, we had the Hendersons, like a few England. Fought for England, had chances to go to the Olympics, but decided to go Malia instead.
What a champion.
Yeah, I know.
What a champion.
Exactly. Well, look, we've got a little game we would like to play with you.
Okay.
We want to see your champion, okay? Oh. So we had a little conversation earlier, and you're a super welterweight, all right? I've named down, so these are people that have touched on super welterweight, you know, that sort of weight.
yeah,
right?
yeah.
So the idea of the game, we will take two names. Let's say Sugar Ray Leonard and Roberto Duran. You might say Sugar Ray Leonard because he done better out of the trilogy or whatever, right? All right, hold on a minute. Keep going through. Right, Muhammad Ali or Mike Tyson. You might get stuck there because of different things. What would that ultimate fight be? So, I can't choose because of personal reasons. So, all right, well, it's a shot. Now, I know you don't drink. So for people that are not drinking on the show, I've been getting ginger shots, but I forgot your ginger shot. So for that, I will take your shot. So I will take something on this podium of elixirs sitting here. But this is your shot stopper. And
I reckon you'll be alright.
Yeah.
I reckon you'll be alright. Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna go Anthony Fowler or Ted Cheeseman.
Ted Cheeseman.
Why?
I think Anthony Fowler was good amateur, not a great pro. I just think he died early, didn't have a great engine, didn't have the greatest skill set, but neither did Ted Cheeseman. But he had a great engine and was tough. So he could get on you in a 12-rounder for a British title.
Yeah, okay. He was tough. Ted Cheeseman or Chris Eubanks Jr.?
Chris Eubanks Jr.
Yeah.
Why?
He's just a better all-round guy. At probably any point, you could pick Ted Cheeseman's best moment in his career. He probably still wouldn't beat the worst Eubank,
Okay.
in my opinion, anyway.
Okay.
So,
Chris Eubank Jr. or Sam Eggington?
Junior.
Right, okay.
Junior or Brian Rose?
Brian Rose. Junior.
Really? Right, okay. So, Chris Eubanks Jr. or Matthew McLean?
Matthew McLean has good defense. Let's go Matthew McLean.
Yeah?
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Just because of the defense?
Good defense. Eubank, I feel like gets a bit stuck sometimes if you don't throw a load of shots. He gets a little bit like in the mud, and yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Matthew McLean or Jamie Moore?
Matthew McLean.
Okay.
Wow, okay. Matthew McLean or Kell Brook?
Kell Brook.
Why?
Kell Brook. I like Kell Brook. Kell Brook for me is like that good era of boxing. I watched him fight Triple G and Errol Spence.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the shadow that we see against Triple G in them early rounds, Kell Brook was good.
Yeah.
Kell Brook was good.
Kell Brook or Liam Smith?
That's a great fight.
He's a great fighter.
Kell Brook, I think, is just a little bit more crisp with his skill, I would say.
Okay. So, Kell Brook or Roberto Duran?
Duran the man.
Duran the man.
Duran the man. Hands of stone.
Hands of stone, man.
Is like that. He's another one. I was about earlier, like riding shots. You watch his clips. I watched these as like a 30-minute sparring clip, and he's only defending, and he's just firing away at him, catch, ride, slip, and it was like coolest defense video I've ever seen.
Okay. Duran or Shane Mosley?
Duran.
Yeah.
Shane Mosley fights soon, didn't he?
He's fighting soon, isn't he?
Yeah, it's on a card, Ortiz's card, isn't it?
That's such a random fight.
I know.
I see that. It's
Is that
like
O2?
Tony Giles is the geezer he's fighting. I was like,
we had George Iliard in here, and we talked to him. He's on the card as well. So
random.
yeah,
Do you know the guy Bash for Corey on there?
Yes.
The no rules bare knuckle guy.
yeah.
There's no rules. Yeah.
Wow.
Some of the greatest online content is this man no rules fights.
Wow.
They are brutal. He like bites his ear off.
Oh my god,
Like, it's savage stuff, and he's on the card. He's terrible. Like boxing, he will get Adam Brooks knocked him out. He'll call on like one of the early like misfitsy kind of scenes. Yeah, he's on it. Yeah, so
Wow.
it's such a random event. I know. I looked at it. I thought this is
people will go though.
like 2x Mayweather opponents on the
Yeah.
same card. It's crazy.
Mad.
What?
Yeah.
All right, so we went with Duran there, yeah. So
Duran the man.
Duran the man or Floyd Mayweather.
Money Mayweather.
Yeah.
Money May.
I'd love to see that fight. Though.
Money May's the man.
Yeah.
I got to stay up. I was lucky to get to stay up for every Mayweather fight that was there. It's so sick.
Yeah.
So sick. I still like crazy experience. I still remember staying up. Me and my dad watched Tyson Fury beat Vladimir Klitschko.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That is a cool night to be a British boxing fan.
Do you know what? That only feels like yesterday to me.
I know.
That was
feels
such
like
a cool
yesterday.
night. We was just watching the rounds go on, going, this he's done the job. Like, how?
Because Fury just become a national sweetheart after that. I felt like he was hated
Skills
by a lot of people.
I met him a few times.
Yeah.
Not like, hello Tyson, how you doing, Tyson? I met him once, a geezer from Billericay in Wickford boxing club. Kid was like a superstar, like not like, hey, he had like 19 fights as an amateur, knocked everyone out, won every national competition since he was 11. Unreal, like cutting angles at like 13 years old, but knocking kids out. The first, like, do you know that like a Tuma-esque build, big young kid who can just move. This kid was his name was Ryan something. He could move, so he was wicked. He's knocking all people out. He fought Tommy Fury in a national final, like 2017, 2016 in Yorkshire. So I went, watched it. So I got to meet Tyson Fury. I got a picture of him. I'm up his leg. Yeah, so that was like the first time I met Tyson. We abused Tommy Fury while he fought our guy all night long. He lost that night, like our guy won. Tyson, I nearly got in a row with like Tyson's kids, I think, because I was just like, a bit in front of them. So I'm on FaceTime to my dad, like his lot are in the background. And I'm like, he's calling him fat and all this stuff. Like, I've got like, my dad went, pan the camera around, and you can just see all angry faces of Furies behind me. Wow. While I went, sit down and shut up. He said, please get home tonight. I was like, yeah, no, like, we'll get home, like, put the phone down, like, yeah. But it was great. And then I went down to the old MTK, the gym in Marbella. Went down to the gym. I had seen Tyson there training. I met Tom Stalker that day. I don't know if you know Tom Stalker.
Yeah.
Great Olympic captain.
Yeah.
Met him down there, become really good friends with him, actually. And we've kept close over the years, and like he's always followed what I've been up to in that. Like really random meetings, like especially when I wasn't probably like no one knew who I was then. I was just like some random kid just like coming into the gym.
But they will one day.
They will.
They'll remember. They go, yeah. I remember him. He was calling out my brother. So
Floyd Mayweather or Oscar De La Hoya?
Fair Mayweather.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. Floyd Mayweather or Canelo Alvarez?
Floyd Mayweather. We know this. We've learnt this.
Yeah.
We've learnt this.
Floyd Mayweather or Tommy Hearns?
Love Tommy Hearns. I have to go Tommy Hearns. I just love him.
Yeah.
Love Tommy Hearns.
The Hitman.
I think he's brilliant. I love watching Tommy Hearns and Emmanuel Stewart training videos.
Yeah.
They are so cool.
Yeah. Question though. Who would have won out of Kell Brooks and Chris Eubanks Jr.? Kell. I give Eubank a lot of them because of experience. Okay.
Kell's got just as good experience.
Yeah.
So I think Kell's a better fighter.
He's probably fought better quality as well.
Quality, like Kell. You know about Kell and Ebony, like have the first like world champion baby.
Yeah, they both. Yeah.
That's cool. I see that in the thing, and I was like, this child has to be like the greatest fighter of all time.
Oh, pressure. Yeah.
Your mum and dad are both world champions.
Yeah.
Like that's
again though. I mean, we were talking about Hatton retiring and that. I mean, it doesn't mean.
No, it means nothing.
Yeah, it doesn't mean anything, does it? I mean, Ricky was my hero, and then when his son come along, I was like, "Come on," you know.
It must have been so good to see Ricky Hatton explode into the scene.
Oh, mate, Ricky. Yeah. For me, that's what. I sound like Ross now, but that's what got me into fights.
No one looked like him. No one done anything the way he done it. He was a cool character.
Yeah.
To follow. That's why boxing's cool, because like we're only being us.
Yeah.
So when a character does become like a love of the nation,
Yeah.
And it's kind of like a pass the torch over type thing, I feel like. Like, we loved Babbage. Yeah. Johnny Fisher does Babbage. We loved Johnny Fisher before, but we loved Johnny Fisher after he knocked out Babbage. He was the man.
Yeah.
And now we're at a time where every time there's a zone fight, they want to ask Dave Allen's opinion because he's got the ultimate boxing brain.
Yeah.
So he's become the sweetheart. He's grabbed everyone. And it is like you see that torch getting passed around. Sometimes boxing fans are very quick to shift and forget, I think. Whereas I feel like for people like Johnny Fisher, you should accept what he's done is very impressive.
Yeah.
Like with little as what he's had and what he has done in all areas across the board is impressive. But no one can cane him for that. Like, he shouldn't take no hurt from that. You should take pride in knowing,
God, yeah.
like, I've done better than half the people that did have experience.
Yeah.
Half these GB guys didn't break through, but I did.
He's done well.
How do you think he's going to do without Mark now?
He's a hard worker, and he's a pretty good training person. So it depends where he goes. Honestly, it depends where he goes. He takes in information really well. I don't know, maybe the life that has to be lived for, like how your dad's massive and famous. I'm not talking about size, I'm talking about fame. He's massive, he's a superstar. Johnny Fisher's his own superstar. There's a busy life.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of, not like harmful distractions like going to the club or going to this and that, but you just have to do stuff. So that maybe gets in the way or pulls you around. And that's what happens when you become big. So you have to balance that. I don't know whether that took an effect on his boxing. Only he can answer that.
Yeah.
Only he can answer that. There's definitely a difference between Dave Allen 1 and Dave Allen 2.
Yeah.
Johnny Fisher, he was definitely in a different headspace.
Yeah.
And I thought the second time he was going to do the job.
Yeah.
I was pretty I was like, he can do well here. I just think experience does always catch up.
Yeah.
Dave Allen's not a great fighter. Dave Allen will tell you he's not a great fighter. But Dave Allen will tell you, I will get close to you and I will land. And when you hit me for the first 8 rounds, you will not hurt me.
Yeah.
We know this.
It's like what you said about Jimmy telling you, like, it's the war of it, isn't it, right? It's like the experience of getting in the ring. Like, yeah, you could be technically great, you could be showboating, you could be amazing, you could have all this stuff, but
Yeah.
have you got in the dirt?
Yeah, have you got the timing? Have you got the ring craft? That's what I think a lot of people forget.
Yeah.
Like when they talk about build my fighter, no one ever goes, oh, dude, who's got the good ring craft? They'll say IQ, but IQ is a different thing to ring craft.
Yeah.
If I got ring craft, I can get in the ring on a good day, bad day, in a spar, in any situation, and use things that people don't see or understand to favour me. Both fighters, if they've got that ability, are trying the same game. You both always trying to one-up each other. Little nudges, little pushes, little catches. You might try and throw a body shot and I hit him with my elbow. Little things like that. I might nudge him this way, nudge him that way, pick and pull. It's a grey area with boxing. Nothing really gets pulled up on. So you've got to have that bit of craft. Dave Allen's got wicked craft.
Yeah.
Don't they say, like, oh, he got old manned last night? That's a thing. I've been old manned. Mark made me spar a journeyman once. Mickey Coveley. He's about half my height. He was like an Irish champion journeyman, lost like 100 fights. But he was so tough. And he just old manned me in this spar. And it was like the worst feeling ever.
Yeah.
Because you're so helpless. As a kid, you're so helpless. You can only run for so long. There's only so long I can touch you with jabs and then not hurting your head.
Yeah.
When you get past that and you've got to go, all right, I can't just bang with this geezer because he is going to knock me out. I need to find a different way to overcome this situation. How can I use my skills to work this? Like, and it takes bravery and knowledge and trying and trusting the process and bad days to work out that probably is not going to work. let me try something new. But you have to be willing to expose yourself to that kind of experiences before.
So what skills would you use in those moments against a journeyman?
Basic. You you just match yourself up like you would on like a video game. You look at someone and you go, all right, so he's older target. He probably doesn't move from A to B very quickly. He probably doesn't turn very quickly. But what he does do is time your shots, and he's going to hurt. So you can't use hand defense because he's going to crack through your guard, or he's going to pull you down, or he's going to hit you then. Like, you can't use hand defense, too close. So I've probably got to use my feet or my trunk. If I use my feet, I can't use my feet too much because eventually you're going to break me down. So I've got to be brave. I've got to wait. I've got to sit in the firing line as long as I can to then adjust my feet, spring my attack off of that, and then get going, use the trunk defense, X, Y, and Z. That's my mindset of things like that in front of me. And then all you're trying to do is put the puzzle together as it's kind of unfolding. But that's a constant changing game in a fight.
Yeah.
Constantly, from minute to minute, that's changing. 1 minute he's aggressive, the next minute he's backing up. Then he's hurt. Then he's faked being hurt. Now he's trying to take your head off. Oh, wait, now I'm tired. Like, you're all dealing with all of this.
Chest.
And trying to, it's like the most draining thing ever.
Well, Finley, listen, you've been an amazing guest. We ain't got long left to go, but I've got a few questions left for you. Where do you see yourself in the next 5 years?
27. I'd like to say I'd be in that top 10. That top 10, that top level of fighters in Britain. Or I'd like to be at that point, the guy they're going, he needs the chance now. He deserves the chance. Like, I want to be deserving of that chance to be great. I think that's all you can ask for, really.
I think that's fair enough. Yeah. We've got another little game. It's called Last Orders. This is unrelated questions to boxing.
Oh, nice.
Just to find anything out about you. What's the best gig you've ever been to? I asked this off the back of me going to Oasis at the weekend.
Yeah, that's such an experience. I've seen all the Oasis lads having a good time. Gig. Okay, maybe not. I'm not like a concert guy.
No.
When I was a bit younger, I was like a rave head.
Yeah.
Like, we used to go to like illegal raves in lockdown and things like that, and it was cool. Probably I was at a festival and I see Sonny Fodera, if anyone knows who that is.
Yeah.
When I was probably about 18, 19 in that COVID time. It was the last set at We Are Festival. Like, the sun was closing. He was playing some tunes. It was a great day. That's probably my greatest moment of gigs.
Shout out to Sonny.
Yeah. Favorite fast food?
Pizza.
Every
time.
What one? Pizza Hut, Domino's?
Domino's, man. I had Domino's last night.
Mate, what's the it's this new one. It's round the corner. My cousin. Oh, I'm going to end up cutting this out.
Fireaway?
Nah,
that's banging. You know that Fireaway? That's
orange writing.
Yeah, different
banging.
gravy. If you know your pizza.
Oh, Tops.
Oh, okay.
Tops.
I've not heard of that.
If you
There's some great places in England for pizza.
Oh my God, man. Next time you have a pizza, try Tops. It topped all of them. It's good, man.
We need a sponsor from them.
Yeah. Right, favourite video game of all time?
All time. This is tough. This is the toughest question.
You a gamer?
Back in the day.
Yeah.
I'm old school now.
Yeah.
Like,
can't be as old school. I'm married.
I'm like the golden days. FIFA 14.
Yes.
FIFA 15 maybe.
Oh, it makes me feel so old.
Like, do you know what I mean? Like, World Cup mode, sitting at home, just absolutely smashing it.
Yeah.
That or like Black Ops 2.
Yeah.
It's such a good era in my life.
All right, got to pick one.
I was better at Black Ops 2.
All right.
I'll go Black Ops.
Black Ops.
Yeah, it's got to be.
What's the most random fact you know?
I feel like I tell my bird so many random facts every day.
I do it all the time.
All the time. Like, I'll say something like, do you know that? Oh, what's a really cool one? You know when you have to think and you can't remember them? Random fact.
A wow has the second largest penis in the world. Now the first.
You gone?
Me.
Yes, I walked into that.
This is the last question, Finley. You've been an amazing guest. Mate, you are prevalent of information
Definitely.
for boxing, man. Listen, wishing you all the best in your professional career. Hope you go and smash it, man. We'll come see you soon.
Definitely.
Definitely make some good content, you know,
Yeah,
up and all
yeah,
that.
that's
You
what we
whatever.
do.
We love doing it, man.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, any advice for any young boxers out there who just getting started or want to go down the pro route? What would you say to them?
My advice would be, if you're young, don't take it too seriously. Don't just dream, and it's not nothing's a million miles away. Set yourself goals, have dreams, and just tick away. And as long as you're getting closer to that dream, that's kind of just the goal. No matter what position anyone is in, they're all dreaming for something, and they're all just trying to get there. But especially for boxing, it's so easy to set goals. Just set yourself realistic goals and just keep growing. That's all we ever done. I set a goal of having my first fight, winning my first fight, and then I wanted to get to the national rounds of the schoolboys. I've done that, and then I wanted to get into the final of the juniors. I've done that, and I wanted to win a youth title. I've done that. I set myself them goals to keep myself driven. Otherwise, you'll get very bored very quickly because it's not fun. It's not fun. Like, you so much rather go out with your mates at 6 o'clock after school, then get dragged down to the boxing gym till 10, 4 nights a week. Like, you'd much rather do something else. So to go through that and endure all of the that goes with it, just keep to chip away and to set goals, and it will go by so quickly.
There you go. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Finley, the Captain James.
The Captain.
Thank you so much for coming down, man. You've been an amazing guest. That is the bar shut. We will see you next week for another incredible guest. I'm Joseph J. Jones.
And I'm Fabian Collymore.
Peace. Champ and Contender out.
I nearly forgot my name there.
Yeah. Thanks, man.
Thank you, bro.
Quality.
Lovely, lads.
Good, man.
Quality.
Good stuff.